So the RAAL is a brand new LMG in Season 5 of Modern Warfare and Warzone, and you can unlock it for free with a weapon challenge in Warzone, as well as of course Modern Warfare multiplayer. And today I'll show you how to complete this challenge to unlock it easily and quickly in Warzone if you don't have Modern Warfare, but I will also show you how to unlock it in Modern Warfare Fast 2 if you have that game instead towards the end of the video. And if you're interested in unlocking it in multiplayer, then you can watch the end part of the video by using the timestamps in the description. So I'm going to quickly explain the challenge, give the best class setup and gamers for this, and then some quick tips to get the challenge done even faster. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video so you don't miss out on any important tips. Now once you unlock this weapon, you may want to level it up or unlock gold, platinum or Damascus camo on the weapon, or even make a good class setup with it. If so, I'll have some camo guides for this weapon and a guide on how to level up weapons fast, so check those out. There'll be a card on screen or a link in the description. Now, this weapon is most easily unlocked in Modern Warfare multiplayer, but it can still be fairly easy to unlock in Warzone with these simple tips. So the challenge to unlock the RAAL LMG is get 5 kills in 7 different matches while using LMGs equipped with a scout optic. Now as a quick note, you should be able to leave the game in Modern Warfare or Warzone after you get the 5 kills in a match, but if your progress doesn't track, you need to stay in the match until it finishes, otherwise it can mess things up and prolong getting the challenge done. So for most people you should be able to leave, but if you notice a problem, stay in the match until the end. And you can check your kills counted by checking the challenge progress bar in game. So in the middle of a game, click the options or menu button, then choose a loadout, click edit, click on the primary weapon and go to the LMG tab, scroll to the bottom of the weapon list and you'll see the RAAL waiting to be unlocked. By hovering over it, you'll be able to see how much progress you made towards it, and obviously you can check that before the match know what you're on and then afterwards to see whether it counted, but also during a match, once you've got your 5 kills, check if the progress went up by 1 point, and at that point obviously you can try and leave the match. Now also the challenge should be working properly, and it seemed to track for me, but people often have issues with the challenge tracking properly, so if that's the case for you, it may be bugged, just give them a little while to patch it and it should be fine. But so far I haven't noticed any problems with this challenge tracking, so it should be fine. So the class setup you're going to want to put on is something like this. So for the primary, you can put on any LMG on which you can equip the scout optic. So for example the Bruin, the Holger, any Modern Warfare weapons should be fine. And then for the attachments, you can put on ones like the XRK Summit 26.8 inch barrel, obviously the Scout Combat Optic, the Sleight of Hand perk, stippled grip tape for the rear grip, and 60 round mags for the ammo. Generally you need attachments that increase your damage, range and recoil control. You also want ones to increase your aim down sight speed and your sprint to fire speed, and especially important for LMGs is to increase your ammo capacity or reload speed. Finally, obviously you need that Scout Optic as one of the attachments. So for the perks, I'd recommend going for the following 3. So the first one you want to put on is EOD, so you can take reduced damage from non-killstreak explosives and fire. In perk 2 you can put on tempered, so you can refill armor plates to full with 2 instead of 3, and also equipping the perk also fully restores armor. And in the third perk you can put on tracker, so you can see an imprint of enemy footsteps, follow them around and easily get the kill. For the lethal you want to ignore that, and then for the tactical you put on something like a stim shot, so you can heal fast when in a gunfight, so you're less likely to die. And for the field upgrade you can put on stopping power, so you can do more damage to enemies at longer ranges. For the modes you can go for plunder, as it has custom loadouts, infinite respawns and no gas, or currently in the game there's also Kingslayer for a limited amount of time. It's an easy way to get kills fast. They're probably neck and neck, but Kingslayer may be slightly quicker, so definitely worth giving that a try at the moment to get this challenge done faster, quickly get 5 kills and back out. But if you find that to be slower or it's no longer around, go into Plunder and do the same thing. And just as a note, you want to make sure to turn off squad fill on the menu before searching for a match, as this will mean you won't have teammates on your squad, and therefore when you die you can keep respawning where you want to rather than being dragged across the other side of the map to where your teammates are. This way you can respawn where you want to. Now let's talk about the main kind of strategy and tips, and then we'll talk about how to do it in Modern Warfare multiplayer. So the main thing you want to do when you spawn in is head to a high traffic area such as Superstore or Storage Town, as there's lots of enemies and it's more potential kills that you can get. Now you need to kill 5 enemies per match, so you want to search out enemies by watching your minimap or compass for red dots or listening for footsteps, gunshots, parachutes, that kind of thing. Equip stopping power when it's charged or find it on the ground or in loot chests in order to increase your weapon damage to increase the chance of getting a kill. And also, just as a note, you need to kill the enemy completely in Warzone, so you can't just down them into last stand mode. However, you can kill a downed enemy as one of your 5 kills. Therefore, if there is a downed enemy near you, then kill them as soon as possible with your LMG. And also the pre-game lobby kills don't seem to count for the challenge. If I'm wrong, please let me know, but that's the case as far as I know. You obviously want to make sure that you have the Scout Optic equipped or the challenge progress won't count. Hence you can't just pick up a random LMG from the floor loot or from an enemy. You have to actually choose one which has a Scout Optic that you've selected. And if you don't like visiting Superstore or Storage Town, then other great areas to get kills relate to money deposit sites around the map, high earners, etc. And also make sure you've picked up and put on armor or reloaded your weapon or equipped the stopping power magazine before you enter a gunfight, otherwise you may die more easily or it will take longer to have to reload and then the person might run away or die. Now the final method, which which is kind of more frowned upon, is staying in the plane until it reaches the end of the flight path, at which point all of the inactive players will be kicked out of the plane and dropped to the ground. There's potentially a few easy kills here, but be careful as lots of players try and exploit this strategy. So if there's any active players, kill them first and then get the inactive ones, otherwise you're likely to die and have to respawn somewhere else. Now if you struggle to complete the challenge in Warzone, I highly doubt that, but if you do, obviously you can look out for the occasional limited time modes. So for example, we've got Kingslayer at the moment, but there's other ones like Warzone Rumble on Payload, but Kingslayer should be just fine. And even though it's highly unlikely, if they ever bring back a free-to-play Modern Warfare weekend, then obviously feel free to use that. But I suspect it would just be the current game, so Cold War getting the free-to-play weekends and not Modern Warfare. But if they do, obviously feel free to use it because it's easier to do in Modern Warfare multiplayer. And if you guys want to complete the challenge in multiplayer instead, this is what you want to do. So you want to have the same class setup as before. You want to go into Hardcore, Shoot House or Shipment if available. So on the game menu, you want to go to the filter, Hardcore, select just the mode you want. So for example, Hardcore, Shoot House or Shipment. And it should be there at the moment, but if Shoot House or Shipment isn't there, then choose another short mode with some close quarters combat gameplay like TDM, free-for-all, any of those. Shipment, as far as I know, is currently live in the game, and therefore the fastest way to unlock the weapon is through Shipment. So spawn in, get 5 kills, back out and repeat the process until you've done it 7 times. Now Modern Warfare multiplayer is obviously therefore the fastest way to unlock the RAAL LMG, so if you have the full game, definitely play that, otherwise use Warzone. But it'll be pretty quick in Warzone 2 with these tips. So that's how to unlock the RAAL LMG in Modern Warfare multiplayer and Warzone. If you want to watch any other Modern Warfare, Cold War or Warzone weapon unlock videos, best class setups, guides on how to earn camos or level up guns, the battle pass, that kind of thing, then feel free to check any of them out. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, I'd appreciate if you could take a second to leave a like on the video, and be sure to check out my Season 5 Battle Pass video to level up tiers fast and enter my COD points giveaway. If you like the content on my channel, feel free to subscribe as well so you don't miss out on any upcoming Cold War, Warzone, Modern Warfare or Vanguard videos. Thank you so much for watching, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.